Hey YouTube, it's Toot back with another video in this series, Unbeatable Mirror Spots, and in this video I'll be looking at my unbeatable mirror spots on the map Border. Now of course when I say unbeatable, there's no such thing as unbeatable in this game. Every strategy has a counter strategy and something that you can do to overcome it, so bear that in mind. These spots are designed to be really good, but you still have to have a strong team behind you supporting you. Now let's have a look at my favourite unbeatable mirror spots on the map Border. So first up, let's take a look at a hold for the bathroom and tellers when you're defending bomb. Now bear in mind that you could use these strategies for any objective type. I'm just using bomb because it's the most common one that people are using. So here I've set up in the workshop and I've not reinforced this wall, and I've just put a black mirror at crouching height with a hole above it. And I'm putting a reinforcement up here to the right of that window just to give me some cover while I'm down on that window there. This placement you saw in the opening video in the introduction, and all you do is you just simply sit here and watch that window opposite you. Now the benefit of this is that the window and the wall to the left of that window are a very common entry point for people on secure the objective and bomb. So by sitting there you get a complete look at the left side of that room and can control who comes in. As you saw in the intro video, we got 3 very easy kills through that window and had complete control over anyone attacking the objective from that side. Now what you might want to do in this room is barricade up that door there and also the one at the back. You might also want someone upstairs reinforcing the hatches, because what that will do is that will keep you safe in the room here. When you start getting a couple of good kills from here, the opposition will want to come in here and close you down. So make sure you've got some support or that you're keeping a good ear out around you. Now I've also made a hole here in the wall with a shotgun. This allows you to get into the bathroom should you need to. And also on the doorway into the bathroom, I've got a barricade there. Now you could put a castle barricade there. That would be a good thing to do just to give extra support in that room. The only way to get into that room is through that doorway or through the wall where you are with your mirror placement. So the bathroom is pretty safe when you are carrying out this hold. The workshop is the main point that you need to be watching, and that will allow you to watch the teller's room and also the workshop. So if you're in the workshop, a lot of people will still come in through tellers because they think it's a good option. Now another option here is to barricade up these doorways, and again you could use castle barricades if you so choose, and then what you can do is to go out into the hallway and put a mirror up along with a reinforcement on this very first panel. Now this one is a bit more risky because you've got the doorway to the side. As I say, you could put a castle barricade up. That will give you enough fair warning if anyone is to come in through there, but also you've got to watch from behind you, so you would need some support behind you as well. So by having this mirror placement here, you can be just as good on secure the objective. As you can see the whole room from there. You've just got to watch for people that are coming in from the side or behind you. The next objective that we're going to take a look at is the ventilation room and workshop. Now, the first thing you're going to see me doing here is putting a reinforcement on the second panel from the right in the workshop overlooking ventilation room and sticking a mirror up there, pretty much dead center of the reinforcement. Now just make a hole to the right all the way along to give us some visibility into the room, and also open up the very top as well. Now what this does is this allows you to jump through into the B-bomb site if you need to, and also makes it easier for Smoke to throw his gas grenades in there, for you to throw in a nitro cell or anything like that. It just allows you to have a quick and easy access into the B room and back into A if that's what you need to do. We open up another small hole on the left, and what this allows us to do is see over to the doorway on the left of the room and to the window on the right. Now you need to watch that hatch up there. It would be a good idea to have someone up there reinforcing it or watching it, because that will also be quite a common way that the enemy will come into this objective. Now also, as you saw in the last clip, if you set up the mirror window on the other side of this objective, this allows you to hold down the east side of the building. What this mirror window here does is allow you to hold down the west side of the building, which is basically the whole of the B objective, and anyone trying to come into the A bomb through that left hand door or securing the objective. Now it's quite common that people don't really do much defense of the B-bomb because you can overlook it like this. If anyone comes to the window, you can take them out, you can throw a nitro cell through there. If anyone tries to jump in, you just blow them up. Now what you can also do to hold down these two objectives, as I said, is upstairs you've got the hatches, and pretty much all of the floor is breakable. This bit of the floor here is not breakable, but all of the wooden floorboards you can break through and shoot down, and you've got the hatches. So it's quite common for people to come upstairs, open the hatches and try to get in objectives that way. What you could also do is set up a mirror window up here in the armory desk office. This allows you to overlook the armory lockers area, so if anyone tries to come in here and get to the hatch, you can shut them down pretty easily. Now what you can do is open up the doorway, and that allows you to see outside for anyone that tries to come in. And as you can see as we look through here, that also gives you a view over to CCTV and the corner of the balcony. What you might want to do as an alternative is reinforce the hatch underneath your feet to stop people from getting through, or you could blow it open so that if you need to make a quick getaway, you can just drop down straight into the objective. This does of course leave it open for the enemy to come through, of course, so it's up to you on how you choose to do that. Now what we've done here is gone and open up the wall into CCTV. This allows you to see what's going on in CCTV should anyone try to go through that way. And if you wanted to get extra visibility of the balcony, you could open up a similar hole with your shotgun in the wall that overlooks the balcony in armory lockers. And that would allow you to see all the way back there onto the ledge should anyone try to rappel up. As we can see there, we open up the hatch and that just allows us to make a quick retreat into the objective. Now what you could do is, if you do decide to use that tactic, you could drop a lesion mine or a frost trap just under there to make sure that if anyone does drop through after you, they're going to get caught. Maybe an Ella mine, something like that. So on this hold, we're going to have a look at customs and the supply room. Now what we're going to do is reinforce this wall here on the right hand side and put a mirror window up right here. And the reason we don't do it on the left there is because that shelving unit will block all of the view of your mirror. So what you want to do is put it on the right hand side, and this will allow you to move over to the right and shoot it down through that window should anyone try to attack the A-bomb through there, which is quite common. Now what you'll also want to do is reinforce these two walls here behind you to make sure that no one comes in and gets you from behind. So now the problem with reinforcing there is that the attackers can still rappel up, open up the top and shoot down through the window. So put a barricade on here, preferably a castle barricade, and what that will do is protect you from behind while you're using this spot. Now of course Ash or Zofia could still open that up from outside the reinforcements, but at least you've got that extra bit of warning and you're not just going to get a shot in the back of the head when you least expect it. Now what we can also do here is reinforce this wall here, which is directly opposite the staircase, and then throw a mirror window up on it along with a hole immediately to the right looking down the corridor. This will allow you to watch the staircase and the corridor, and also into customs a little bit should anyone manage to get into there. This is also allowing you to cover the A-bomb when people try to come in through there. Now of course, just because you've put two mirror windows up, it doesn't mean you have to try and watch both of them. Don't forget that the ceilings above you are breakable completely, so it is still a good idea to have roamers upstairs watching the top to make sure that you don't have anyone naughty like Sledge or Buck coming through trying to get a shot on you from above. Now what I'm going to show you here is not strictly a mirror window placement, but I thought it was worth showing off anyway, just because it's quite useful. If you come into the customs desk and make a hole in the wall here, do have the option to protect that wall there that leads directly outside, which we reinforced before. You might not have that wall reinforced. You may actually just choose to use this as a cheeky spot on another game mode for another objective, because quite often people will try to come through here. You could just open it up there like I have done and shoot anyone that happens to walk past when the round first starts. But this is a good position to hold on bomb here in conjunction with the mirror windows, just because it gives you that extra bit of protection, and people aren't going to often expect it when they walk up to the wall there. As you can see, the bullets go right out onto the wall from up there. The chances of anyone looking in through here and noticing a hole up there and catching you are quite slim. They'll have ACOGs, but just don't open up a hole as big as the one I opened. That's just that size for demonstration purposes. Now also, by having this mirror window here and a hole there over by that other mirror window, that does also allow you to see just to the door of the workshop. So should anyone come that way, you've got visibility of them and can either try and shoot them with your vector or get a call out. By making a hole nice and big here, again, we can jump through. The opposition aren't necessarily going to see you jump through there if they're at that window, and you can get a cheeky nitro cell over there if you can't shoot them. Alternatively, you could have smoke over there throwing gas grenades across the shelving unit and stopping any shields or anyone else from coming in. Finally, let's take a look at lockers and archives, which is arguably a lot of people's favourite place to try and defend when it comes to the map border. So the first thing I'm going to do is throw a reinforcement up here right by the desks, and at crouching height I'm going to put a mirror window on here. Now the reason why it's crouching height we'll talk about in a minute, but first we've put the placement here, and this allows you to then move over and shoot anyone that comes through the window. Now what you can do as an alternative, if you're feeling a little brave and frisky, is not reinforce the wall at all and then just pop up to shoot above the mirror window rather than shooting to the side of it. Now what I'm doing here is reinforcing that wall there so that we've got some protection from the side. Should anyone come in from this angle, they can't shoot you through that wall directly on the left, and they're going to have to try a little bit harder to get you through that wall there. If the mirror was at standing position, they could just shoot over that small wall and get you in the head, possibly by luck, through that wall, but by crouching down you give yourself that extra bit of protection. Now what we're also doing is putting a mirror placement here on this wall. You can do that with a reinforcement. I haven't done it here because I don't have one spare, but I'd say you probably don't want one anyway, because if you put one there it covers the whole of that panel and will stop you from shooting to the left like I just was. That allows you to protect that wall opposite if it's not reinforced, or if it's reinforced and thermite comes through. But by having this window here, this gives you good visibility of the doorway, whether you're standing right by the mirror or further back as I just was there, and allows you to move to the side of the wall and shoot anyone that comes in through that doorway. It also allows you to challenge through to the windows opposite, which is quite a common area for people to look through and try and shoot people. What you've got to watch out for is that wall there where I just made a hole. Anyone could just come up the stairs and shoot you through that wall if you happen to be standing at that mirror, so it might be advisable to get a reinforcement on there to help hold this objective. This allows you to support the archives bomb, but obviously won't allow you to support the lockers bomb. What you want to do to support this bomb is use the mirror placement that I showed you earlier, where we just stick it up in that little office. Also advised is to reinforce that wall there. The reason being is because if you've got someone outside with an ACOG or Glaz, even back at the spawn, all the way back there behind the bus, they can shoot through that doorway, through that wall, and shoot anyone that stood in this objective. So it's advisable to reinforce that wall just to make sure that you've got that extra bit of cover. Now again, you might want to open up that that hole there just to allow you to get a rotation should you need it. It might not be that you use it. It might be that one of the faster 3-speed defenders actually used these hatches to drop through and do a rotation. But also you can use those to protect the bombs and objectives below you. As you can see here, we've got the mirror windows up. Some people do like to come in here and open the hatch to take the teller's objective. So by having this mirror placement here, you effectively shut off the whole of this room and the entrance to the tellers from above, which gives you protection of several different objectives. And this is a common entry point for the attackers. So those are my unbeatable mirror placements on the map border. Now, as I said at the start of the video, there is no such thing as an unbeatable strategy. Everything is beatable. You've just got to make sure you've got that strong team around you giving you the support you need, and that you don't do anything too daft when you're using these positions. Give them a try and game. Let me know how you get on with them. Hopefully there's some things here that you haven't seen before. I'm sure you'll have seen some of them. I don't doubt that, but some of them you may not have seen, and hopefully you'll learn something from this. And hopefully you can use this to add something to your repertoire of things to do in-game as Mira when you're protecting various objectives. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to watch any future videos. As I say, leave me a comment letting me know how you get on trying these spots, or if you think you've got better spots, just let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Secure the container. Time expires in 10 seconds. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.